And I also have my bandwagon team that I want to change too.
Oh, this is like the third time you've changed your bandwagon team.
Wait, what was my current bandwagon team?
The Raiders.
No, that was my only one though.
No, didn't you have one before that?
No.
No, you were just anti. You kind of Saints, but not really. It was just a pick. We were both anti Buccaneers.
I'm on the Dolphins bandwagon train.
Oh, that's frustrating.
What? They're good.
I know because so Parker and I at lunch when we were talking about Tua, when he was about to start, I was like, Parker, don't tell anyone this, but next year I might leave the Browns because they'll be successful. I'll be like the Theo Epstein of like, okay, the Browns are good. Time for me to move on to a lower team. And I was like, I'm gonna jump on the Dolphins bandwagon 2021.
You can't do that. You got to stick with your same team.
Said the guy who just left the Raiders.
Because they're bad. So they're not that bad. They're not relevant enough. The Dolphins were bad, and now they're good. The Raiders have always been mediocre.
There was a time period.
No, I know,
but the Dolphins
recently in recent history,
the Dolphins used to be good in the 70s.
What if they went undefeated in 72? Like, what if we say something stupid and then we both go burr, burr, burr? What if we did that? That would be cool, wouldn't it?
If you want to do that,
no,
feel free. I don't think I would do that.
I would never do that.
But
I would never do that.
This is All Sports All the Time, episode number 75. Luke, take it away. Theme song.
Burr, 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 burr. I don't know where. There's too much going on in that part.
Yeah,
too much going on. I can't think of that part.
It was a valiant attempt. Kind of not really. Let's not focus on that.
We are.
Parker is not here with us.
Clearly,
obviously.
Unless he's left at the table, which for all we know he might be.
Luke, do you want to? How should we tell this story? There's a very good story about us trying to figure out recording this. Parker being here, not being here.
Okay.
Should we take turns? Do you want to start?
I'll start it off. Okay. So. No. Why don't you give an intro on Parker's background and history with
I'll set the stage, and then you do the play.
With his lack of time
I'll be
management.
the stage crew, you be the actor.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could possibly put it. All right, so Parker Wolf is an interesting person.
That is very true.
He is liked by everyone because of his carefree personality. But sometimes that carefree personality can result in some, I don't know what the right word to describe this. I was going to say shenanigans, but that makes it sound like he's trying it.
He's not.
Just some interesting situations.
Basically, he has a lack of ability to pay attention and notice when
forgetfulness
things happen, and time management issues.
Yeah, and all of that results in many scenarios that are funny when you look back on them. But
in the time,
kind of
they're
stressful
very
in the
annoying
moment.
And stressful.
Yeah. So it's happened multiple times. Lack of communication. We're gonna record a video. Oh wait, Parker can't do it.
He's going shopping.
That type of stuff.
Yeah.
And so this time we record on Saturdays, which I think has been said many
every
times.
episode.
Not every episode, but a lot. We record on Saturdays, and we were planning on, I'll give you guys even more backstory, setting the stage real good here. We are, after we're done recording this, going to go record the video for this coming Thursday. So we're doing this.
I don't know, did you tell them that we're moving videos to from Wednesdays to Thursdays?
Yeah, I announced that on Instagram. All of our videos will be coming out on Thursdays instead of Wednesdays now, if you guys missed that. Anyway, the video that is coming out on Thursday, we'll be recording it after we record this.
Yes.
And so we were like, okay, Parker, Saturday. Luke and I are good pretty much all day. I'm good until 5. Luke was good pretty much all day.
Yep.
Parker, when is best for you? We would like to start a little earlier so that we have time because we're doing both.
Yeah,
but
we knew he
we're
had
pretty
basketball
free.
tryouts, so we just wanted to know what time they were so we could potentially schedule around them.
Yes, basketball's starting. We would like to have you record. We know that the schedule is going to get a little weird.
Yeah.
Parker, when does this work for you? Parker responds relatively quickly. Not too bad. Sometimes it takes a little while to respond.
For Parker. In Parker world, it's relatively quickly.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job. responds, I have basketball tryouts Saturday. Okay, what time? I have no idea.
And now
this is on a Thursday. So we are now at Thursday, and I hand it over to Luke.
Yes. So generally when it comes to sports, especially baseball, we didn't always know what time things were until
specifically our high school.
Yeah.
Not all baseball
not
teams,
all baseball,
but like our team.
Specifically our high school baseball team. We didn't always know when things were until the day before. So we gave Parker the benefit of the doubt. We're like, okay, maybe his coach just hasn't announced it yet. Whatever. We can wait a few more days to figure this out. And then later that day, me and Owen were talking. Actually, it wasn't in chemistry that we were talking.
It was the next day.
Oh, it was the next day that we were talking. And we're like, no. It was later Thursday because on Friday I talked to him.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Later Thursday.
I know what I'm...
Yeah. Later on Thursday, me and Owen were talking, and we're like, do you think he really doesn't know, or do you think it's just Parker being Parker? And we established that it's just Parker being Parker. So I'm really good friends with another kid on the basketball team who's trying out same time as Parker. And so I texted him. Not even 10 seconds later, literally I texted him and did not have enough time to turn off my phone before he texted me back with exact times of when the basketball tryouts were. And this is the same day we asked Parker when they were. Mm-hmm. And I talked to Parker, and he's like, "Oh wow, thank you for telling me. I'm glad you found out."
That was on Friday morning.
Yeah,
we asked Parker about it, and he
he said, "Thank you for telling me," because me, not even part of the basketball program at Hempfield whatsoever, was able to tell Parker when his basketball tryouts were.
Yep. So that's life with Parker Wolf. I wish Parker would have been here to try to defend himself.
But there's no way he could defend himself.
He is currently probably running wind sprints right now with a mask on inside a gymnasium.
Because then I talked to the same kid on Friday, and I'm like, when did you find out? Because Parker said Coach never told you guys or anything. He's like, how'd you find out? Was it on Schoology or something? And he's like, no, Coach told us at the end of the practice earlier this week. And Parker
did look on Schoology, which was good for him.
Parker did look.
But he didn't need to look on Schoology.
The coach told him at the end of practice. Yeah. And it's like, Parker, were you not paying attention or something?
But that's why everybody loves Parker. Because of that stuff. That's why. Well, not just because of that, but that's part of it.
Yes.
So, yep, fun times. Not so fun for Parker because
fun times.
He's doing tryouts right now.
In a mask.
Our school, recently mandated that everyone wears masks while inside.
Aren't you glad we don't play
times.
baseball for the school? We got to take our masks off.
And inside. Oh, no, because we'd have indoor stuff too. Yeah. Sorry, Parker. He also said that it's a 2-hour tryout, but Coach said it's going to be a hard 2 hours.
Ooh, that's
so
rough.
He heard that part.
Yeah,
but he didn't hear what time
it was. He heard
it's
going to be a tough 2 hours, but not that it's going to be from 10 to 12.
Yeah, maybe Coach said, all right, guys, Saturday, tryouts. It's only going to be 2 hours, but it's going to be a tough 2 hours, guys. And then Parker was just like, oh, man, I wonder what we're going to do. Are we going to run wind sprints, suicides? What
Probably
type of stuff
all
we're
of
going to
that.
do? Are we going to do, one-on-ones? Are we going to do full court press? We're going to do a bunch of different drills. And then it was like, oh, what did he... Oh, he's not... Did he say anything important? No?
Finagle.
Okay. Sorry. What?
Finagle.
What did that have to do with...
I don't know, but it just... Something you said kind of reminded me of
I
that.
kind of stumbled for a little bit, and I was like, did he finish... Did he say something
and
important? Did I miss anything? No?
Finagle. Finagle.
Okay. Finagle.
Finagle.
All right.
I wonder if that's an actual word.
Finagle? Finagle's a word.
Yeah.
I don't think finagle's a word.
No, finagle's not.
Finagle? It's, if you, finagle your way out of something.
Yeah.
You kind of, wiggle yourself out of
this.
There's a place called Finagle the Bagel.
We want them to sponsor us. Finagle the Bagel, if you're watching this, please sponsor us.
Why do we always find food places that we want to sponsor us? It was Momofuku Milk Bar about a year ago. Now it's Finagle the Bagel.
It's in Long Branch, New Jersey.
Obviously, a lifelong dream of Chick-fil-A sponsoring us. So that's 3. Wow, Finagle the Bagel. That might be the best restaurant name I've ever heard.
Finagle, to obtain by devious or dishonest means. I'm going to finagle this money from the bank.
Yeah, it doesn't sound quite as intimidating as steal.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, maybe finagle.
Finagle seems like the word that, a
more
rookie criminal that would, get caught just walking into the bank with you.
I was thinking more of, someone who finagles something is the guy who's like behind the scenes pulling strings.
Yeah.
Whereas the person who like steals something is like right
For
there.
my church, I was finagling with a slide that was going to go up on the screen.
Exactly.
I was finagling with it. But I was not taking it by dishonest means.
Mm-hmm.
I was just messing around with it.
If you finagled a slide, you would steal the PowerPoint. This is not really a road that we can go down. It would it's already confusing.
Let's move
we don't have
back
to, do
to our needed segments.
Let's move back to them. We never were at them with the way this one started. Headlines: Theo Epstein, architect extraordinaire of baseball teams, has officially left the Chicago Cubs. For those of you who don't know who Theo Epstein is, he's brilliant.
Yes.
President of baseball operations.
I was talking with Coach Z last night, and he wasn't having it.
Oh, he's a Cubs fan.
Yeah, he's a Cubs fan. So he was a little upset.
Well, some Cubs fans. Let's start at the beginning. Theo Epstein was a young, up and coming general manager. This was early 2000s, around the same time that Moneyball was happening with the A's, and he basically took those strategies and used them with the Boston Red Sox, a team that has a lot of money. And helped them win their first championship in 86 years, breaking their drought. And then left to join the Cubs, who, in case you guys hadn't heard, also went a long time without winning World Series, and built a team that won them their first World Series in 108 years. So he, in the 2000s, and 2010 technically, but over a span of roughly 15 years, helped build two teams for franchises that hadn't won a World Series in decades. Yeah. Rebuilt them, won a championship.
And then leaves them.
Pretty much. He's pretty good at what he does, let's say that. But Cubs, the Red Sox, he left in pretty good shape. The Cubs, though...
He's kind of like Santa in a way.
Sure.
Comes in, leaves a gift, gets out.
Heads out. Yeah, except with the Red Sox he did that. He did do it with the Cubs, but the Cubs are in... He didn't do as good of a job with the Cubs as he did with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
The Cubs are in a bit of a pickle. They've got Javier Baez, Anthony Rizzo, and a struggling Chris Bryant.
Vinegared cucumber.
And that's kind of it. Like, they don't really have many pieces around them. Yeah. They've spent big money. In some places, maybe they shouldn't. Jason Hayward. Yeah. But as Phillies fans, I would not mind if Theo Epstein came to the Phillies.
We have the assets. I think we
help.
We have the offensive assets. We need the
pitching and bullpen.
Pitching is our biggest struggle.
And if we get Theo Epstein, JT Realmuto might be more excited to sign with us.
Exactly. I think we have the offensive assets. If we were able to get Theo Epstein, I think he could really help us in pitching. And within a year or two, I have a feeling we could. At least
let's not get ahead of ourselves. If not, we've gotten our hopes up so many times with Philadelphia
division,
teams.
At least make it to the playoffs.
I would hope so. The problem is the NL East looks loaded. We've got the Braves, who are going to be good for like the next 10 years, and the Mets have a new owner who is rich and looking to... Obviously, all the owners are rich, but even compared to other baseball owners, he's rich. Yeah. And he's looking to spend big money and will kind of stop at nothing, so that's really scary. We don't have to be talking about baseball in late November. We have more exciting things to be talking about. But Theo Epstein leaving is pretty big news.
That is huge baseball
He is one of the best team builders of our time. But you know who the best team builder of our time is? Daryl Morey! 76ers president of basketball operations.
And Morey we trust.
This guy is amazing. He's literally been our president of basketball operations for like 2 weeks, and he's fixed 90% of our problems. It's amazing.
The amount of trades and pickups and drafts and everything that's happened in the last couple of days, just in the last week, has been crazy.
Literally, over the last 3 days, Daryl Morey has gotten rid of Al Horford, brought in Danny Green, gotten rid of Josh Richardson, brought in Seth Curry, and then he brought in Dwight Howard as our backup center.
Yeah.
He literally... we've been trying to get shooters and a backup center for 3 years.
And he did
it did it in 2 days.
I know Dwight Howard. You guys know I'm not huge. I don't know a ton about basketball. I have been trying to pay more attention for Owen and Parker's sake.
This is Luke's year to get into basketball, and it's perfect because the Sixers are finally going to be really good this year. I know we said that last year, but this year...
This year we got Daryl Morey. Last year we did not get Daryl Morey.
Exactly. Also, last year we didn't have shooters.
Yeah. Dwight Howard, I know who that is. Pretty big name in basketball. It's kind of hard to not know who that is, even as a non-basketball watcher or anything. Seth Curry, don't know who that is, but I do know the name Curry, and I think that means something, if anything.
He's actually better at shooting threes, percentage-wise, than Steph.
Yeah.
Not as good of an all-around player, but
me.
catch and shoot threes, he is like 50-50, which is insane for shooting threes.
Yeah. And I didn't know who Danny Green was, but I do now.
Danny Green is also a sharp shooter.
Yeah.
And so with a starting lineup now projected of Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, Danny Green, Seth Curry, and Joel Embiid, obviously those aren't with basketball the way Luke, again, learning about basketball this year, the way starting rotations work is you'll put out your best guys normally at the beginning, but then like throughout the game with rotations, it's not like you put in your starting lineup and then you take all of them out for all your backups.
I know. I played basketball.
Yeah. So
I generally know how substitution works.
Yeah, where you like mix and match, you'll take out one or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You played basketball.
I did for 2 years.
And I think I knew that. Then how did you not? I guess you
you
don't follow the NBA.
I was a center.
So that's why you don't know about like the.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't ever watch basketball.
Okay.
But I probably will start. But I played basketball for 2 years. I was a center.
And you didn't know what a triple double was.
No.
I guess no one on your team was ever good enough to get a triple double.
No. This was like this wasn't even for the school. It was like intramural through the rec. It was like there were like 7 other Hempfield teams in the league, and we weren't even playing.
Were you good?
No.
Was your team good?
Well, okay, let's not say I wasn't good. I was one of the biggest kids ever out there, which means
makes sense.
I was able to box people out like no one's business.
Rebounding.
And I was good at rebounding. Shooting, I was pretty bad at. I still am pretty bad at that. I think over the 2 years that I played, I had a total of maybe points in the teens, like maybe 20 points at most.
Okay.
Like pretty bad.
Was your team good?
I didn't make my first basket till like 3 games into the first season.
So let's say you were like Shaq, but with less touch in the paint. Could you shoot free throws?
No.
Okay,
well,
you were like
I don't
Shaq,
know. I didn't,
except less dominant.
Yeah, I couldn't really shoot free throws. Yeah, I was a young version of Shaq.
Less dominant Shaq.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think Shaq's ever received shoes that don't have insoles?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I don't think anyone would ever treat Shaq in that way, and if they did, they'd be getting a talking to, I think.
That's a throwback to a story while we were doing the podcast on Zoom.
Yeah.
During quarantine. Sorry.
Speaking of Shaq shoes, I've held a Shaq shoe before.
That's pretty cool.
It was massive. Like I was like this.
Was it? Yeah.
And it was like over both of my hands. It was huge. It was like a size 23 or something like that.
Feet are huge.
It was massive. Oh, and do you want to know who?
It was massive. It was massive.
Do you want to know who let me hold it? A former Eagles player.
Whoa! What? Who?
I don't know who it was. Apparently, wasn't very good.
I was gonna say, must have been a big name.
Who he was, I don't think.
Wow.
But it was.
How did a former Eagles player?
It was at Lazy Boy Furniture.
Why was the former Eagles player at Lazy Boy?
I don't know.
Was he working there?
Yeah, he was like the salesperson.
Well, that's kind of sad. Thanks for that one. Jeez. And he just whipped out a Shaq shoe.
Yeah, from under his desk. He's like, "Here, you want to hold Shaq's shoe?" I'm like,
"What?
Where did you get Shaq's shoe?"
Here,
and he
hold
showed
Shaq's
me,
shoe. And while you're holding this, can I interest you in?
He showed me
some of our products.
I think he showed me his card, his like his trading card, like from when he was on the Eagles.
Interesting, and also depressing that
the
former Eagles player was working at Lazy Boy.
He's just got Shaq's shoe under his desk.
That's very strange.
Yeah, that was an interesting day, a fun one at that. I think I was wearing a Phillies shirt too. I think that's how he knew I was an Eagles fan.
Probably. So Daryl Morey has been fantastic for the Sixers, and the NBA has been blowing up basically over the last couple of weeks because basketball's offseason is the best. They've figured it out where they've got player empowerment, and their players are literally basically negotiating this stuff on their own at this point, and they're mixing and matching, and they're talking to guys, and they're having conversations, which would be considered tampering, but technically it's not tampering because they're not, like, they're just texting each other or calling each other. Like, that's not, they can't really do anything about that. And it is the best offseason by far. Imagine if football's offseason had this many moves.
That would
be
crazy.
Insane.
No one would be able to keep up.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's already hard enough to keep up with basketball.
Yeah.
I've been keeping up with the 76ers. All of basketball, no, there's too much going on.
This is a good year for you to try to keep up with the Sixers.
Can I just ask something? I was listening on the radio on the way here. I don't remember who they said, but they said someone had been traded 3 times within the past, week. Who is that? Because that's crazy. To be traded 3 times within the past week. That must make you feel really bad about yourself because like no one wants you.
Well, no, that's sometimes good because it means a lot
Yeah.
of teams want you,
Yeah.
but they don't want you quite enough. I think it was Ricky Rubio, I believe.
It might have been. I really don't know.
Yeah, because Ricky Rubio was on the Suns, and then he got traded to the Thunder, and then he got traded to the Timberwolves.
That's a lot.
It was Ricky Rubio. I'm surprised I found that so fast. I have a list here because there's so many. We're just gonna go over the big ones real quick. So it started out. The NBA this week had trade availability start,
So this is
They
the
had
worst
the
week
draft.
for Parker not to be here.
and they had free agency open. Yeah, really.
Seriously, this is a week about basketball and only about basketball.
Yeah, I might have to have Parker go on the Instagram story when he has free time
Yeah.
and just kind of like get is pumped the right word? Get pumped.
Hype.
Get hype about all the Sixers
Yeah.
moves. But the week started off with Chris Paul getting traded to the Suns. Pretty big deal. He left the Thunder to go to the Suns, and the
Can I
Thunder
just say
have
something real quickly?
20 first-round picks.
Basketball's got a lot of good things. You guys mentioned this last episode. Basketball's got good jerseys, some of the best jerseys in all of sports.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball's got people that have amazing names. Like some of their names
Yes.
is like awesome.
They have some
of the
hilarious
worst
names.
team names. I swear.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Those are some of the worst team names. They
I
sound
never
like,
thought about
they
that,
literally
but they really
sound
do.
like high school team names. Like they sound so bad and cheesy and corny.
Huh.
Like the Phoenix Suns.
I
seriously,
never thought
you
about
couldn't
that,
have
but you're right.
You couldn't have thought of anything better than Sun. Like,
Although,
I mean,
baseball has the best names.
Oh, 100%. The Philadelphia
Football's kinda
Phillies.
in the middle.
Where do you get Phillies? I mean, obviously it's
Football's
from
in the middle.
from Philadelphia, but like, football's in the middle, and then Washington football team just really demoted
Well,
the league.
that really bumped him down a notch.
Sorry,
yeah,
back to your
that's a good
basketball. I just
point.
wanted to mention that they have some really bad team names, but
Yes.
go ahead.
Yeah, so Chris Paul from the Thunder to the Suns. The Thunder now have 20 first-round picks over the next 5 years. I know that everybody marvels at how many picks they have, but I don't
Marvel.
think. Oh no, that was a mistake.
Good thing Parker's not here, otherwise we'd be on a whole tangent right now.
Everybody is fascinated with how many first-round picks they have, and they're like, "Wow, the Thunder were really good." But I don't think we truly appreciate how many picks they've collected. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They have so many first-round picks, I would be shocked. We can keep this clip for 5 years from now. If the Thunder aren't a dynasty, well, no. Over the next 3 or 4 years, they're not going to be great. In 10 years, if the Thunder aren't a dynasty, I'll be shocked. You can write that one down. Take
We
it
will
to
remember
the
that.
The classic 10-year take, you know?
Yeah.
You can't prove
Classic.
me wrong for another
When you are-
9 years and 11 months.
When you are 29, or no, you're not 19.
Good math, Luke.
You're 26. When you are...
Wow. Yes,
When
when
you
I'm
were
26 years
said-
old, you can
said
come back.
You said 9 years and
11 months.
And 11 months. That
And
made
so
me
you
say
added
29.
13?
No, no. It made me say 29 instead
Alright.
of 26. I
Yeah.
had 20, but
Yeah. So, when I'm 26, you can come back, and if the Thunder haven't used those 20 first-round picks wisely, you can let me hear it. You can be as mad as you want.
you're gonna draft the
but it is
worst first round picks ever.
insane. They're going to have so many good players just from the draft. Other big moves, there were so many. It literally, if you're following the NBA
Yeah.
or ESPN or anybody, it was just constant. This move, this move, this move. Obviously, the Sixers acquired Seth Curry. That was amazing. We traded away Josh Richardson to get Seth Curry. We traded away Al Horford to get Danny Green. Danny Green got traded twice. He got
Yeah.
traded from the Lakers to the Thunder and then to the Sixers. The Lakers traded for Dennis Schroeder, and they traded for Dennis Schroeder, who was the runner-up for Sixth Man of the Year. Here you go, Luke, learning more about basketball. What does the Sixth Man of the Year mean? What's that award?
So there's 5 people on a basketball court, but if there was going to be 6, he would be that 6th person.
Kind of. He was the best backup in the league.
Okay.
But
I was close.
The Sixth Man Award is weird because there's guys like Dennis Schroeder is
Is it-
technically
well, is
a
that because-
starter.
Is that because there's 5 starters and then the 6th person would be the
Yeah,
first backup?
it's the
Yeah.
best backup.
Yeah.
But it's Dennis Schroeder isn't really backup level. Neither is Montrezl Harrell, who won the Sixth Man of the Year award, who the Sixers also acquired. They signed him. They didn't trade for him. So they acquired the top 2 finishers in Sixth Man of the Year award. Lakers are going to be pretty good, especially because they stole Montrezl Harrell from the Clippers.
And they just won a championship.
Well, that too. That also helps. Other moves, Ricky Rubio getting traded.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah, I think those were all the big ones. And then also the draft, Anthony Edwards went number 1. James Wiseman number 2. LaMelo Ball number 3. Sixers got the steal of the draft. Daryl Morey's amazing. I think we've said that before. We got Tyrese Maxey at 21. He was supposed to be top 10, top 15, so a steal. And Klay Thompson officially is out for the season with a torn Achilles.
That stinks.
So we are very sorry about that, Klay Thompson and Warriors fans. The Warriors were going to be really good
if
Klay was healthy. They'll still probably be pretty good, but without Klay, that's definitely going to hurt them. That's never good when your second best player is hurt. Never going to help you.
Wait, did you guys talk about this last week? I don't remember when this happened.
You were supposed to listen.
I did,
so
but I don't remember. Did you guys talk about James Harden turning down the biggest contract in basketball history?
I think that happened after.
Was that this week?
I think we did talk about the possibility of James Harden coming to Philly.
Yeah.
But then after we recorded, James said he wants to go to Brooklyn, which hasn't happened.
But he did turn down the biggest contract in NBA history, which is insane.
An additional $50 million a year.
That's a lot of money.
2 or 3 extra years.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. He really wants out of Houston. And I kind of understand it, because once you make, like, so many millions, I think he'd rather just, and I think I would too, you'd just rather be on a good team at that point. So you can enjoy making $30 million instead of being miserable on a bad team or a mediocre team making $50 million.
Because they do want to make money.
They make so much money, man.
But the goal, they've
much.
made enough money. They don't need to make more money. The goal is to win a championship for them. That is their goal. Mm-hmm. So if they want to win, they want to go to a good team where they might not be making as much money.
If you want to win, you want to go to a good team.
But if
that's
you want to
analysis.
go to a good team, and you might not be making as much money, but you've already made millions and millions and millions. So at this point, your next goal is to win.
Yep. So Daryl Morey is the best. Sorry to Klay Thompson. The Warriors aren't going to be as good as we thought they were. And the Lakers are probably still going to win it all anyway. Yeah. Oh, that's the move I forgot. The Bucks, it's not listed here. That was why I missed it. It's not official yet, but the Bucks are going to acquire Drew Holiday from the Pelicans. That was another move. So in the East, it's probably going to be the Nets, the Sixers, the Heat, the Celtics, and the Bucks. Those 5. Although Parker, he's not here, but at lunch he told me that he is down on the Celtics. We'll find out more about that when Parker and I do our basketball preview.
Celtics, that's a good name.
That is a pretty good name.
That is a good name.
Yeah, the Miami Heat is also a good name.
That's a decent name,
We'll find out more about Parker's thoughts on the Celtics and the Heat and all the other rankings when Parker and I do our basketball preview, which is coming up very quick, which is weird because the season literally just ended, but whatever. So it looks like it's going to be the Lakers winning the championship again this year.
Again.
They're looking pretty good.
Are the Dodgers going to win again?
In baseball? We're talking so much baseball in late November. I think the Dodgers have the best shot at winning it next year, but look out for the Braves.
Yes, do that. And the Phillies. The Phillies are going to be up there.
I don't know, man. I'm quickly losing hope in the Phillies and the Eagles. And it's really sad because the Phillies...
I've already lost hope in the Eagles.
The Phillies were going like this.
We had such a good...
And then it's just starting to go down. The Eagles, on the other hand, went straight down.
We had such a good offense. And by the time we actually get a good bullpen, we're going to lose this whole offense, which is going to be terrible. Mm-hmm. It's going to be that bad.
And at least with the Eagles, they're in a division that like nobody else is good. With the Phillies, they have to get better. And they're in a division with a bunch of good teams.
Exactly.
So it's a mess right now. Luke.
Oh, is this my quiz?
It is time to be quizzed. On last week's episode, you weren't here, so that means we quiz you.
Yes.
By we, I mean I, because Parker's not here. So next week, Parker will be quizzed on this episode because he wasn't here. That's how it works. First question. What was Owen's second favorite new NBA City jersey?
Ooh, I know what your first favorite was.
What was it?
Atlanta Hawks City.
That is also incorrect.
Oh wait, no, yours was
So
the least favorite
I'm gonna
part.
take
Wait,
off a
hold on.
half point.
Wait, was
for
yours
that.
the least favorite? Was that your least favorite?
What was Owen's
I
second
swear.
favorite?
One of you guys made that your least favorite. One of that made your favorite. Did I get it mixed
Owen's
up?
second favorite? We did our first favorite, we did our second favorite, first favorite, second least favorite.
No, you
and
started
least
with
favorite.
least favorite.
Yeah. So we did second least and least, second best and best. What was Owen's second favorite new NBA City jersey? There were a lot of them.
Yeah,
The
it
NBA
was-
teams went crazy with releasing new jerseys, and none of them were really like amazing. There were some pretty good ones, but
was it the Suns?
I did like those jerseys, but that was not my second
We
favorite
did talk about them. I
New
remember
Jersey.
that.
It was the Atlanta Hawks New Jerseys.
Oh,
Those were my second favorite.
oh, they were.
My
I
favorite
thought
were
you-
the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I knew. One of your top two was Atlanta
Mhm.
Hawks, and Parker's least favorite was Atlanta Hawks City.
Yeah.
I knew that. Okay, so I was close.
Yeah, that was pretty good. What shirt was Parker wearing?
I didn't watch it on YouTube. I listened to it.
Well, that's kind of your bad.
He was wearing his Hempfield basketball shirt.
Yeah.
He wears it every time. It was worth the
He
shot.
does wear it a lot. It was a red Hempfield basketball shirt. Not too bad so far, Luke. Who was the person that Owen and Parker both looked up for the weird name game?
Oh, it was Patrick Ewing.
Wow. I'm impressed. That was good.
I'm impressed.
All
So,
right.
That's one of the things I remembered. I knew you were going to ask me about that, so I'm like, I have to remember this name.
That was good. That you literally focused on it because you knew you were
Yes.
going to get quizzed. Smart. Last question. What was the episode name? What did we title episode 74?
Oh.
You could go 3 for 4 if you get this.
You titled it. I have no idea.
That is not the title.
Okay, oh, that's not what I meant.
This is really great podcast audio.
Did it have something to do with the way Parker eats a cupcake?
Maybe. You're not getting any hints, man. That's
Uh,
not how this works. We did put
Parker
out a poll.
eats cupcakes weird. I don't know.
That is incorrect. We titled it Luke Texts and Hunts.
Oh,
because
that's
we
right,
texted
yeah.
you while you were
You
hunting
did-
and you
You
responded.
did title it that. I remember when I went on to watch it, I'm like, that's a great title.
Actually, would you like to take some time now I'll just let you go. Please explain yourself on why you text and hunt instead of focusing.
Well, when you're sitting in a tree for 6 hours at a time and you haven't seen anything for a while and you haven't made a call in a while, it's okay to text because that's what hunters do. I don't
until
know.
a deer runs past you.
They don't run fast enough for me to not hear or see them while I'm looking. It's not like I'm staring at my phone playing a game for an hour.
It's kind of a lack of dedication.
It's
to the
literally
craft, you
just
know?
it's text, put the phone down. That's literally what it is.
You had like a 3-minute conversation with Parker,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I didn't look up from my phone at all.
but what if you didn't?
But I did.
Pretty sure a deer ran past you and you just didn't notice it.
Yeah, I
It's kind of like
completely agree.
texting and hunting, texting and driving. Pretty much
They're
the
nothing-
same thing.
They're not at
basically.
all the same thing.
Pretty much.
No, they're really not.
What if you fell out of the tree while you were texting?
I'm strapped in.
Never mind. Okay, that one didn't.
Well, I'm not necessarily strapped in, but I'm harnessed in. I can't
That one
fall
didn't
out
go
of the
very well.
tree.
I've never been hunting or hunting in a tree for that matter, so I'll never understand getting up before the sun is up to go lay in a tree. So
I wasn't laying, I was sitting.
same thing, man.
No,
You're
it's-
sitting in a tree
Am I
in
laying?
the dark
Am I laying down right now?
to
Owen?
maybe shoot something one time.
Am I laying
So,
down right now?
No.
No, exactly. I'm sitting. That's the same thing I was doing in a tree.
Whatever.
Sitting in a tree.
Still doesn't sound like a good time. So you did a pretty good job, Luke. 50% success rate.
It's more than Parker.
Not bad. Yeah, Parker only got 1, so you've
So,
got,
let's
you've
see what
got
he gets
bragging
this week.
rights there. Parker, you'll be
You gotta get
quizzed.
3 this week.
Oh. Episode 76, should we do something with the
76ers.
Sixers? Because the what now?
The Sixers.
Our favorite team. Yeah. We should do something with that. We'll figure that out.
I'm actually not a Sixers fan. I'm a.
You are now.
I am. Yes, I am now because Daryl Morey.
You
was
have
amazing.
become, yeah. You're more of a Daryl Morey fan? No,
No.
this is a good year to
Remember
follow
when
the
Parker
Sixers
used to
for
be
the
a
first
Heat fan?
time. What?
You remember when Parker used to be a Heat fan?
No, that wasn't a thing. He was a Warriors fan.
No, he was
because of Steph Curry.
Yeah, he was a Warriors fan. Before that, he was a huge Heat
was
fan
a
with
Heat
LeBron.
fan? Oh,
because of LeBron.
I didn't
he had
know about
a ton
that.
of Heat gear. I think
really.
He had I know he had a hat. I remember he had a hat. I think he had a jersey.
I didn't know that.
I don't remember, but he was a huge Heat fan.
Parker was such a bandwagon fan in elementary school and middle school. I'm glad he's finally back on track. He roots for the Sixers now.
Yeah, he used to be a huge Heat fan.
Wow.
Parker,
Parker,
knew that.
Please explain yourself. You were a Heat fan and then you were a Warriors fan with Steph Curry? What's going on, man?
Yeah, he was a Heat fan when LeBron was on the Heat.
What happened there, bud? Also, thank you guys. This is unrelated, but thank you guys for voting. So many of you voted on our sports polls, which sport is harder, but our biggest voting turnout is the word, is the way Parker eats his cupcakes weird. We had 35 people vote, and I believe 3 people voted no. Luke, Parker, and Parker's mom. Everyone else thinks that the way Parker eats his cupcakes is weird. Like we discussed last episode. You can go to our Instagram if you haven't seen that clip where Parker breaks down how he eats cupcakes.
I bet 20 people didn't actually watch the clip. I bet a ton of people...
Oh, they just assumed.
They just assumed because it's Parker.
Definitely. That's totally what happened. Let's move on to segments. Parker's picks versus Paglia's picks. Was that supposed to be like the theme music where you sing it?
I don't know.
Or what was the plan?
But I did realize we'd have music behind this segment.
Yeah, because
I listened to an episode.
Yep. Yeah, I think we told you that a couple of
weeks
weeks
did.
ago. But
okay. So as Parker's not here, we will put in clips, but while Parker's not here, you will get to hear Owen predict.
Oh, I'm predicting his
Yes,
picks?
you
I thought
are.
we were just going to throw in the clips. We can do that.
I think you should predict.
Thursday night, Parker tied up the picks competition. Picked the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. Luke picked the Cardinals. So they are now tied. First game this week, Steelers-Jaguars.
I have the Steelers winning because the Jaguars are bad.
All right, Parker probably also has the Steelers. Lions-Panthers.
This was probably one of the closer matchups. I have the Panthers winning this game. Honestly, they haven't looked bad. They just played some pretty good teams.
I think Parker's going to go with the Lions because he likes Matthew Stafford.
He does.
Patriots-Texans.
I had the Patriots winning because the Texans just look really bad.
And because Bill Belichick's a genius, Parker is going to pick the Patriots but say something about Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Titans-Ravens, one of the better matchups
This was really difficult. I'm almost second-guessing myself. But I don't think I should second-guess myself because that always turns out bad. I'm going to stick with the Ravens.
I think Parker's going to go with the Titans because he's been really down on Lamar Jackson recently.
I've got the Titans over the Ravens. The Ravens, they've been kind of on the decline lately. I think that'll continue. I think the Titans will pick up a big win.
I mean, I agree. Lamar is definitely not what we expected of him, but I do think the Ravens are still pretty good. I think they're going to have to beat the Titans.
Possibly the most depressing game this week, Eagles-Browns. Have we all given up on the Eagles at this point?
Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, and as much as Owen wants to rub it in our faces, I think the Browns are going to win.
7-3, baby!
As he's wearing an Eagles shirt.
That's going to be their record after they beat the Eagles.
Shirt.
We've all given up on the Eagles, man.
So I have the Eagles over the Browns. Sorry, Owen. More hate towards the Browns. But no, it's not more hate towards the Browns. It's more love towards the Eagles.
City of brotherly love.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why we have to have a bandwagon team. I've jumped off of the Eagles onto the Browns. Luke has jumped off of the Eagles
onto the Dolphins.
And Parker's jumped off of the Eagles onto the Buccaneers. Falcons-Saints.
Saints, I mean, they're going to be starting Taysom Hill, but Taysom Hill is actually pretty good.
That's going to be fascinating because I have no idea whether or not he's a good enough quarterback to play quarterback well.
Because whenever they put him in, he runs.
Yeah.
You see him throw maybe once.
Mm-hmm. I will be watching that game
I think
just
it'll
because
be a
of
great
how
game.
fascinating
But
that
I think
will be.
I think they'll still be better than the Falcons.
I've never been so intrigued about a player.
I know.
Bengals, Washington football team.
I got the Bengals coming out of this game.
Oh yeah,
my recent Joe Burrow cut.
Mm-hmm. Luke got his haircut more similarly to the style that I have, but the way his hair lays,
It looks like
it
Joe
looks
Burrow.
like Joe Burrow. It looks a little bit less now because your hat's got
my
the
hat,
back kind
my
of.
hat kind of messed it up a little bit.
We will on the Instagram post a
but
picture of Luke's hair
In Joe
and
Burrow, we trust.
It'll be a split screen, and you will see the
I
similarity
think Joe Burrow is going to go off, have a great game.
because of your haircut.
Yes,
That's the
because
only
of my
reason.
haircut. Only because of my haircut.
I think Parker also will have the Bengals winning.
Yes.
Jets, Chargers. That's the Chargers. There's no way they can blow that one, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely Chargers.
Yeah. Dolphins, Broncos.
I have the Dolphins winning.
I wonder why. I think Parker will also have the Dolphins winning that one. Cowboys, Vikings.
Vikings. Cowboys are just bad.
Cowboys are pretty
What are they on
terrible.
their fifth string quarterback now?
Pretty simple. Colts, Packers.
Packers. Packers are really good.
I think Parker
Colts are
will also have
decent,
the
but Packers are better.
Chiefs, Raiders, Sunday night, which always seems to be a
Despite
shootout every
despite
time.
the fact that the Raiders beat the Chiefs last time, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to come back with fire in his eyes and wanting to win.
And his belly.
And his belly, yes. I think the Chiefs are going to win this one.
I think
They're
Parker will
all
also take
angry
the
from
Chiefs.
last time. They want this. They're going to win this.
And the Monday night game, one of the better Monday night games
Yeah,
we've had.
definitely.
Rams, Buccaneers. We know Parker's going to pick the Bucs.
And I will also go with the Bucks. I think they're just an overall pretty good team.
I'd say they're all right.
They're pretty well rounded.
They're decent, you know.
Got
They're-
a great offensive core. They're good.
Yeah, you know who
I have
else
that
is
as a pretty high scoring game, 33-24.
You know who else is pretty good?
JG Graybill.
Yeah.
JG Graybill is a family owned and operated company that does plumbing.
Pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. I mean, it's broken, they fix it, and unlike Parker said last week, where plumbing companies put leaks in your pipes.
No, he said he would do that.
Oh, Parker
He
said
said
he'd do
if
that.
I ran a plumbing company, I would intentionally
Well,
leave a
JG
small
Graybill
leak.
will not do that. So
No,
make sure
never.
you look up their website at jggraybill.com, and you can call them at 717-768-3276. And yeah, see what all they do on their website. They do everything from hydronic heating to fixing a leaky faucet. And yeah, and Owen, what happens if you mention on sports all the time?
You get $25 off your
That's
purchase.
a lot of cash. You want to know what you can do with
Yes.
that cash?
What can you do with it?
You can buy yourself a fake wooden background that can be the backdrop for your YouTube channel.
/podcast.
And if you guys didn't know, it's fake.
We did. I think they picked up on that by now, especially because earlier in the episode you moved your elbow
Yeah.
and it went like that. If you guys hadn't picked up on that yet, I'm sorry for
I just got strong
making
elbows.
fun of you, but
I got strong
it's not
elbows.
wood. All right.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Our superficial storylines.
Whoa, good catch. We've only been doing those for a couple weeks. Yeah.
I will go first.
Superficial storyline.
I'm sticking with the Tua storyline. I mean, Tua's going to
Every
be taking
week.
it far. I know.
Every
but
week.
Something new every week. So Tua's been
And we've
good.
been right about it every week.
Tua's been good, right?
Yes.
But he has yet to pass for over 300 yards, and he has yet to throw more than 2 touchdowns. Tua and the Dolphins go off this week. Tua throws for 3 or more touchdowns,
Okay.
and he throws for over 300 yards.
Okay. That's all right. That's a good one.
Because he's yet to throw over 300 yards, and he's yet to throw more than 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I am going to do Parker's superficial storyline of
The Bengals getting upset by the... Or, not
No.
the Bengals. The
No.
Buccaneers getting upset by the Rams.
No. That'd be funny.
Hello.
Parker's
This is actually a
superficial
brilliant way to
storyline-
hold the mic. It's almost better.
If you want to do that.
No, because
Feel
think,
free.
it's not in front of your face now, but it can still pick up your audio. Tell me that's not brilliant.
Did you just twist it?
No. So,
Or did you flip the... It rotates. Yeah, that actually does. That's
pretty
good.
tell me this is
Because
not
it's
brilliant.
lower instead of...
Yeah, tell me this is not brilliant.
It's angled much nicer. Parker's, not mine, Parker's superficial
so
storyline
smart.
is that the Jets get first win, Chargers choke again.
Chargers choke.
Proving that the
Oh,
Chargers
speaking
can
of the
blow
Chargers,
a lead against anyone.
It's the haircut. If they lose, it's going to be the haircut.
Oh, it has to be.
The
It's going to be
haircut.
a Samson situation with Justin Herbert. His haircut with his
Samson
hair
situation.
with his hair being gone, he's just going to lose
Oh
all of
my
his power.
gosh.
Which I didn't predict his terrible haircut. What are you doing?
Try to knock over your iPad.
Why? I didn't predict his haircut with the superficial storyline last week, But I did say Tua and the Dolphins were going to win, and people were just going to be like, Justin Herbert's trash now. And then he got the haircut, and people are like, well, he looks bad now.
Yeah.
Not going to take too
They
much
are
credit
kind
for
of
that.
trashing him, but...
The superficial storyline, Jets overtake Chargers last second. Chargers can blow a lead to literally anyone. Jets get first win of the season. Justin Herbert's haircut is the reason they lost.
That is very true. All of that is true.
That's all going to happen.
We are moving on
That
to
is-
our last...
by the time you guys are
Yes.
listening to this, that has happened.
Moving on to our last segment. 2 nicknames and a lie.
Luke, would you like to go first?
I would love to
Or
go
should
first.
I?
I will go first. I did Dwight Howard.
Newest member of the
Newest member of the
76ers.
76ers.
Said he was going
Don't
to
know
stay
if we
with the
did
Lakers.
this one yet, but it's worth a shot, right? Owen will probably get it anyway.
He tweeted out that he was going to stay with the purple and gold, staying with the Lakers, loyal. I'm here for another year, guys. Tweeted it out literally, I think 12 hours later, signed with the Sixers because of a misunderstanding with his contract
So
situation.
we've got D12, D-Slam, and the Daily Double.
I know D12 is one of them because that was his number with the Orlando Magic. So it's either Daily Double or D-Slam, and D-Slam sounds more generic. So D-Slam.
Yes, that is it.
Let's go. My streak continue. I don't even know if my streak is out of this point.
It's too many.
I've been doing pretty good.
Yes.
Mine is De'Aaron Fox, who received a large contract from the Sacramento Kings. I don't know why in the world he wanted to stay in Sacramento, but he took the money. He did the opposite of what we were saying about, he took the money to stay with the Kings. They're decent, but they're not like they're not one of the best teams.
Okay.
So, we have Aaron the Fox,
Okay.
Swipa,
Okay.
and Quick.
I'm gonna have to say Swipa is fake.
Swipa is real. Aaron the Fox was the fake one. His nicknames are Swipa, the General, and Quick.
Wow.
And then his Twitter handle is Swipa the Fox.
So you just changed it to his first name.
I kind of, yeah, pretty much. It was really creative by me. Totally why you got it wrong. One of the better Twitter handles I've seen though, because De'Aaron Fox is very fast.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of steals. So Swipa the Fox, like
And Swiper is a
like
fox
the
for
character.
Dora.
Because he steals.
He swipes.
He steals basketballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad we made that
Yeah. Clear.
connection. You know who else we're glad we made a connection with? JG
Jigga
Plumbing! What did you just say?
I sounded out.
Jejabutta is what I heard.
Jiggaburrow.
Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow.
That was
Full
what it
circle.
sounded like you said. JG Graybill Plumbing. Over 30 years of plumbing experience. They are local. We're not technically allowed to say where we live because we are under 18, but you know
where we live.
if you're listening to this. If you know us, you know where we live, obviously. So
Well, you might
can
not know our exact address.
you can
but
put 2 and 2 together. If
Or
you
you
Google,
can put 4 and 4 together and get 8.
or you could put 1.7 and 3 together to get 4.7, which is their rating out of 5.
Brilliant!
When you Google them. 4.7 out of 5 stars, 39 reviews.
Brilliant.
So you know they've got a good ratio. It's not like there's 2. They've got a lot of people that have been very happy with their service.
They do have that.
They do. And you can contact them at 717-768-3276. Or you can go to their website, www. Just keep typing in W's and eventually it'll come up. www.jggraybill.com. I'm not going to list all of their different services because you can go to their website and read the entire list. There's just so many. It would take me literally a minute to read all of them.
They will fix everything in your house that is plumbing related.
I was going to say, not everything, but everything plumbing related, they can do it. And they will get there quick. We had an issue with our water heater. It leaked and covered, like, half of our basement floor with, like, a thin layer of water. It wasn't, like, a flood or anything, but, like, it leaked. And we called them, and they literally had somebody over in an hour and a half.
20 seconds.
And then he fixed it, and he left. And it was just very quick and efficient, and we haven't had an issue with it since.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And you know what happens when you have an issue with your water heater or something. Do you know what happens when you contact Parker's Plumbing
Parker's
and he comes
plumbing.
in and fixes it, but doesn't really fix it and leaves a leak, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's still an issue, and you're like, okay, I don't want to call Parker's Plumbing again because he didn't fix it. You call JG Grable Plumbing. Hey guys, can you help me with this? They come over, they fix it. They charge you $125.
Well, it doesn't have to be that much, Owen.
What can you do to make it not be that much?
You can mention All Sports all the time, and you can drop that price from $125 to $100.
That's a pretty good deal.
You can get $25 off your entire purchase.
And
by
all you have to
mentioning
do is
All Sports
mention All Sports all the time.
Yeah. And with that $25, you can get yourself a Joe Burrow looking haircut.
Yeah.
I mean,
There
it
you
probably
go.
will cost less than $25, but that means you can get it twice.
Yeah, because then it grows out, and then you got to get it cut
Exactly.
again. Yeah. There you go. And how long do you think it would take you to say the words, hey, I heard about you guys on All Sports all the time, and I'm supposed to mention them?
Maybe a total of like 4 seconds.
And you're getting how much money for that 4 seconds?
$25. You can make $25 every 4 sequence.
Wow. That's
Which means
quite the deal. You
in
can make
$12 in
$100.
12 seconds.
What? $12 in 12 seconds?
No, $100 in 12
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah, that's where I was going
Yeah,
with that,
yeah.
too. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's
I would say
awesome.
most jobs don't have quite that good of a rate.
No.
Do you-
No. Is your job, though, calling JG Grable?
Exactly. That's why. No, that doesn't really.
No.
Sorry, that I
But
tried to make that work.
The
but
point of
whatever.
this, use JG Grable for your plumbing. They're
Contact
amazing.
them.
And, yeah. Yeah.
They're amazing, and yeah,
They're amazing, and yeah.
it's pretty simple. They're amazing, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah.
That will do it for this week's episode. Thank you for tuning in to All Sports All the Time. Go follow us on Instagram and
Yes, thank you
subscribe
guys
on
for
YouTube.
voting
Like,
on
comment
our
down
series.
below. Whatever you want to comment, we're happy we will comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube,
And Amazon Music. That's
and
the newer one.
our website.
And our website.
On our website, thank you to the Australian population who has been. We've had a lot of
The entire
Australian
population.
downloads. Yes. And recently, last week, we had our first download from India.
Australians, if
So-
we're not talking about Australia sports because we don't really know about that, if there's something you want to hear about, please comment down below and we will do our best to incorporate a little bit of that into some of our episodes.
One of the first sports that ESPN ever broadcasted regularly was Australian football.
Interesting. But
Episode
again,
75.
thank you for
I
watching.
like we both turned our heads at the same time. Thanks, guys.
Oh.
Good job limiting the old man sound.